What's good guys, Tiger here, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today I want to talk about whether COD should be a realistic game. With the Modern Warfare beta that has just came to an end and less than a month away from the actual launch of the game, I thought it'd be interesting to discuss a topic that is always mentioned about COD, and that is whether it should be realistic or not. So without explaining the obvious too much, you can only make a game so realistic before it starts to not be fun anymore. At the end of the day, these are games, and games are designed to be fun and entertaining with a replayable factor. Also, these types of games in particular are multiplayer games, so they have to be competitive but fair. Balancing the game is very important, if not one of the most important aspects of creating a first-person shooter, and I'm sure as COD fans we can all agree on that. So Modern Warfare has shaken up the series quite a bit. The game looks and sounds and even feels completely new. It looks and sounds stunning. Without a doubt the most realistic looking and sounding COD we have had. Does it compete against Battlefield, what prides itself on being a realistic competitive war game? I don't know, I wouldn't say so, but nonetheless Infinity Ward have done an amazing job with how this game looks and sounds, and personally I really like how it feels also. Now I've already spoken about on this channel on the time to kill and how fast the time to kill is in Modern Warfare compared to other Call of Duty titles, and more specifically our current COD Black Ops 4, what has the slowest time to kill out of every COD to date. Now I think the time to kill factor plays a big part in judging a game's realistic qualities, and putting the aliens aside, I think we can all say Gears of War and Halo aren't known for their realistic time to kill. I don't really want to speak too much on a realistic time to kill. I take pride in the fact I don't know anything about the effects of being shot by weapons, apart from watching films from the safety of my living room. But we all know from common sense, being shot in the leg or arm will not kill you instantly. Even if you were shot in the leg a few times, it will take you time to eventually die. Whether we will see a COD or another FPS implement a feature where if you get shot in the legs, you will fall to the ground and can't get up, like the Last Stand perk we have had in previous games, as well as maybe a feature where if you get shot in the shoulder or the arm, you will no longer be able to hold your primary weapon and have to swap to a pistol. I think on paper that sounds pretty cool, but I don't think I would enjoy that kind of game as it sounds very restricting. As for other elements of realism, hardcore players will tell you the head-up display should be removed from the game and we should just rely on what we see and hear from the actual environment of the game. They are adding a realism mode into Modern Warfare that removes all the head-up display as well as hit marker feedback, what is extremely hard to get used to as you never know for certain if you have killed the enemy, as there is zero indication to tell you you have confirmed the kill unless you check the scoreboard and you know how many kills you were on previously. I love the idea of this realism game mode. I think it's a nice option to have in the game, but I wouldn't want this as the default version of COD. Definitely not. And this is because I don't want my COD to be extremely realistic. Like I said before, this is a game and I want COD to remain just a game, and by putting fun as the highest priority alongside being balanced and competitive. I play COD to have fun, not as a substitute for actual warfare. I believe Battlefield is a great game, a very successful one, because it offers something completely different to what Call of Duty offers. COD is and always will be a casual game, a game for fun, a FPS at its core, but by all means not a simulator. Will we see virtual reality sneak into COD in future years as we see VR expand and become better, cheaper and more popular? I will not be surprised, and if they had a VR only playlist with realistic settings, I think that would be absolutely dope, but I would not want COD to turn into that kind of game by default. Personally, I am happy with the level of realism that is in COD right now. I want a head-up display, I want a minimap in-game, I want this level of intel that you do not get in real life, and I think it makes the game more fun. I accept and welcome hardcore and other realistic playlists, I find them fun also, but for me, I like the traditional COD. But please let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, consider subscribing and turning on notifications to stay updated on all my latest content. But that's all from me. Take care guys, and I'll see you in the next video.